Welcome back, my kings and queens, to my channel. How we doing today on this Wellness Wednesday? I hope we all healthy. I hope we are all, just mentally sound. We in good spirits. Um, just sound. Just at peace. Let no one kill your joy. You hear me? Not just today, but any day. Let nobody kill your joy. I hope you physically well. Um, Yeah, and financially well. We all trying to keep our little coins that we have, and some of us just living paycheck to paycheck. We trying to get it together in this tiring economy, draining economy, just trying to survive. So number one, outside of money and trying to be financially stable, um, we just trying to be mentally stable, y'all. So I call Wednesdays Wellness Wednesdays. I try to give tips on my social media channels, especially on my Facebook, to just something related to wellness. Because we gotta take care of ourselves, y'all, before we can do anything for anybody. So I hope we're doing good today. And many blessings to all of you. Welcome to any of my all of my new subscribers, or I was gonna say anyone that just joined. Thank you so much for coming to my little humble channel. I always want us to learn. I always want us to be encouraged. I want us to feel good when we leave. I want us to think. I want us to share. Um, because we may not always all agree, but it's good sometimes to see things from different perspectives because we may have had different journeys and different experiences, and we can learn from one another, right? We don't know all the answers. Um, these are just skits. These are not real people going through these things, but real people do go through these things. Some of these scenes are a little exaggerated, a little crazy and far-fetched, but overall, we do go through some of this drama that we see in these skits or been in similar situations. So that's why I like for us to share, because I like us to learn from one another, because it may be something that you didn't even think about that somebody can talk about. No time to argue, judge, make anyone feel bad, beat each other up, or be rude. I do not allow that, because I will dismiss you with a quickness. We will not be rude and disrespect each other over here, period. I want us to treat each other like family with love, okay? We got enough beaten up from the world. When you come in here, I want us to show each other love and respect, okay? We need each other. We need each other, especially our Black family, right? Okay, so now we're going to get back in here with the Daltons. Child, let me tell you something. Now it says here, Amber again tells Anthony they can sneak and take the DNA test on Takai. I'm really getting a little frustrated with this. I understand everybody's gone, don't come for me, because I know you're gonna be like, she lost 2 babies. I say that all the time. She lost 2 babies because of this man. I get it, but she accepted him in spite of all that. So now this is on Amber. She wanted this marriage. Okay, now deal with it. I get you want to know if this is really his child. You didn't think about none of this until Amanda said something. Now she running with it to everybody. And it's becoming a little bit much for Anthony, because at the end of the day, yes, I feel bad that Amber lost children. She miscarried one because of him and the stress. She lost one that they had adopted because he was in his own world. But this is a child that's here. Kai is here. He is innocent. Evidently, she didn't listen to anything that Coca told her. I think this may be the last straw in Anthony wanting to hear this, because now you're talking about sneaking and taking a test as opposed to going through the court process. You told this man to talk about child support. He took that into consideration. You got the name change that's coming up. They may require, more than likely, I'm thinking 99%, because I know when my ex-husband went through, was after 5 years, when he had his daughter, for who he thought was his daughter, for 5 years. All of a sudden the mother wanted to put him on child support. Well, the court made him take a DNA test first to find out. Come to find out, he wasn't the father. Sad as it may be, after 5 years, and he had grown attached to her. Now, this is only 1 year with Kai. He's grown attached to Kai. Will it make a difference? It may not. It will hurt him, but he still may want to be a part of Kai's life. Here she is pushing the issue, and it's making her look bad, as opposed to Anthony being a fool. this is a very sticky situation. It's a very sensitive situation, regardless of the karma we want Shayla and Anthony to have. It's getting to a point now where time has gone by. Relationships with a child and a parent have developed, and it's just sad. Overall, it's sad. So let's see what Anthony says to her over this. I said before that Amber needs to tread lightly, but I think this is gonna cause more of a wedge in their marriage.
Hey, I'm gonna call you right back. All right. All right. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, babe. So I was thinking,
What's up?
you know, Shayla is not gonna let us take a DNA test on Kai. Like, she's not gonna freely allow us to do that. So I was thinking the next time that he
Go through the
comes, let's go ahead
court.
and order the test. So when he comes, we can just swab him, send it out, and the results come back to us.
Oh
We don't have to
God,
worry about even asking her because you know she's gonna give us a fight.
that's becoming disrespectful.
You hear me? I said we can swab Kai when he's over here, and then we get the results. We don't have to even worry about Shayla. She don't have to know that we're doing it. That's brilliant, right?
Amber, I know damn well
Ah, told
you're
y'all.
not talking about sneaking and swabbing my son. Seriously?
Well, Anthony, I'm saying Shayla is not gonna.
It's not about Shayla. Everybody is always about me and me and me. My baby is innocent. He's a baby, and you up here trying to rob him of a choice? All these kids in the world who don't have fathers. And what are you trying to do? Take away his?
No, Anthony, I'm not trying to take away his
Yes, you
father.
are.
I'm trying to make sure that you are
Yes,
his
you
father.
are.
Oh my God, can somebody in this whole triangle have some kind of morals? God.
Morals?
We're gonna go there.
And
With
I
the
know
moral
what you're
thing.
going to say. Oh, everything that I did to you. All right, I'm sorry. I know I've done you wrong. I've done you beyond wrong. Shayla's done you beyond.
Yeah, you can't keep singing that tune. Because after a while, it's gonna be like, okay, how many times are you gonna beat me down for something that you accepted when you took them back? You're gonna have to deal with it. You need to deal with it, and you need to let things sometimes work out in its own time and God's timing. Sometimes we want to rush things and rushing it, doing it because we want to do it for our ego, whatever our vain reasons are. Because she want to keep Anthony now all to herself and not him. I get it. You don't want to deal with any outside children, but the reality is he may have an outside child. Period. And it ain't like you have no play in that or innocence whatsoever. Because we can really get down to the root of a lot of this for Anthony. You wasn't totally innocent, Amber. You just wasn't. I mean, we got to be real with it. And she, she has. Before I used to be hard on Anthony about that, but the more I think about it and look at old videos and went back to certain situations, conversations with Shayla and her, things she did to Anthony, and I'm like, it was a big part of it. All of running her mouth and stuff and saying a lot and exposing Shayla to so much. You played a part in that. You did too much. And now you sitting up here for very selfish reasons and you know act like oh, Kai was so sweet and you trying to accept the baby when you really don't. You only want to accept certain aspects of Anthony, the good parts that you like, that you benefit from, but not this part. You really don't. She don't accept this part of Anthony's life, and that's why I don't think that Amber really deep down inside should have taken Anthony back. I think it's going to really show a lot between the two of them. I don't see a good, healthy marriage going forward. I think there's a lot of damage. And like I said, there's a marriage that was built on sand, not a solid, strong, cemented foundation. And certainly not with God at the center. So I don't know where it's going to end up. I don't know. They've been through counseling already. You can go to counseling, but if you're not honest in counseling and put a lot out there and be honest with yourself, what's the point? So I don't think this is going too good at this rate, how Amber is handling this.
I'm wrong. You've had a play in this too. But Kai is innocent.
See? That poor
He's
baby.
innocent.
Okay, you don't have to yell at me.
It seems like that's the only thing that people understand is when I raise my voice. You trying to swab my baby?
They don't care.
God,
She just
he's
want them gone.
he's a baby. And regardless, he's my son. This, you know what? I never thought that you, of all people, could go that low. A child? A baby?
You made yourself look low now. You're left alone. You're left alone. And now you got an attitude, you jump up and leave. I'm not gonna say that I'm mad at Anthony. Because this is a lot for put aside how we may feel about him, but a lot of what he's done. At the end of the day, now the child is here. You said you accepted him, you accepted me back, and now you beat me over the head like you want to wash my son away. And you really don't accept this part of my life anymore. And it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's just too much, and it's too much. Bad enough, you got him thinking that what if this child that I've been looking at this whole time, I've been played, and this is not my baby. He know what he did was wrong. At the end of the day, you move on or you don't move on. You agreed to move on, Amber. You can't move on partly. Get what I'm saying? I don't know. I know how some of you feel. Put in the comments if you haven't discussed this particular topic or if you haven't said how you felt. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, tag. What a mess. Poor little Kai. Poor little Kai. I just want to hurry up and know already and let it be. But I think the Amber at the end of the day need to let it run its course. You taking the test or just naturally going through it. Wait for the name change and see if the courts may request it on its own, and you don't even have to do nothing. Shayla don't have to think it's on you doing a paternity test, but the court saying it looks better. And if they don't and just want to change the name, that's when you step in, Anthony, and say, Your Honor, I would like to establish child support right now through the courts and a paternity test before I do that, just to solidify and make sure everything's valid. Well, Ms. Dalton, I thought a paternity test was already established. Yes, but the way it was done, I wasn't really present when all this came in, and it went to Shayla's home, and so I don't know. Just for me not to have any doubt on how these results came to be, I would just like the courts to do it so everybody can be totally clear. That's it. They got to respect that. Angelina could be pissed. Shayla could be pissed. It is what it is. Let the court handle it. And let's see. She's going to be mad if it comes out that, see, Anthony, I told you it was his. The court got the same answer. Why would you want to request another one as if it wasn't? Because now I'm being put on child support, or now my name is on the birth certificate. I just want to make sure that everything is 100%. I want them to do their test. I don't want to do some swab through the mail with some, drugstore test. I wanted a different, authentic test. That's it. What's she gonna do? She ain't gonna deny him. But yeah, what a mess. Okay, fam. On to the next. If I have time, hopefully. But if I don't, have an amazing day. Stay authentically you and live the life you deserve. You are enough.